modular, multi-caliber, machine gun. These are the words that come to mind when talking about MW3's most recent LMG. Hi, I'm Flaky. Today, we are going to do a dive into this weapon, find out all of its wonderful stats, as well as test out the different ammo conversions to see what is the best to use. Welcome to my gun guide. Today, we are going to break down Grip Ass. Wait, what? Basing its appearance off of the FN Evolvere, the TAQ Evolvere is a multi-caliber open bolt light machine gun. This means that you have the option between using 5.56 or 7.62 ammunition, with all the pros and cons that come with each caliber. Also features a open bolt firing mechanism, but as far as gameplay goes, the open bolt will cause a slight delay from the moment you pull the trigger to the weapon actually firing. You can unlock this weapon by finding it on the ground or by completing armory challenges. The TAQ sports 7.62 ammunition when you first unlock it, with the 5.56 conversions needing to be unlocked as you level up the weapon. Moving over to the base stats, we have a basic damage of 48 with headshots boosting that to 56, a rate of fire of 500 rounds per minute, a open bolt with a slight delay of 30 milliseconds, above average LMG recoil of 19.27 gun kick, 13.72 horizontal, and 47.74 vertical recoil. Movement speed and handling speeds being on the speedier end, with notable ones such as 385 millisecond ADS time, 2.7 meter ADS movement speed, and a near 7-second long basic tactical reload. Speed Cola will be your best friend in this regard. Bring your reloads down to 3.18 seconds for TAQ and 4.6 for empty reloads. This weapon in its basic form is pretty good. It has a clear sight picture, allowing very little obstructions to get into the way of your sights, as well as recoil that can be controlled fairly easy with enough practice, allowing you to hit long-range shots without fuss. Your biggest drawbacks include your rate of fire and your handling times. A weapon with so much 3D printing and polymer, and it's still as sluggish to use. Don't get me wrong, it's good for its handling in its class, but don't think the tier 3 hellhounds who hunt you to the ends of the earth are going to be outmaneuvered in the TAQ Evolvere's basic form. Be sure to make every shot count and don't miss. Specialize in your movement and handling speed. More specifically, your ADS movement and time should be priority 1. That's the basics for the 7.62 version, but what about for the 5.56? There are two options for 5.56, the 100 and 200 round box mags. We will look at the 100 round box mag for our baseline. The stats become dispersed among stats, almost feeling polar opposite to the 7.62 version. Gaining a 11% increase to ADS movement bring you to 3 meters a second, ADS time down to 366 milliseconds, a 40% reduction to spread, both tactical and hip fire, and a rate of fire buff to 856 rounds per minute. As for recoil, you get a 46% decrease to your vertical and a 11% decrease to your horizontal recoil, as well as base gun kick getting a 24% reduction as well. The 5.56 variant deals with every downside the 7.62 version had, however you lose what most of the pros are to the 7.62 conversion. Now you will take a significant damage hit, with only going down to 30 damage for lower body and 36 for upper. Combine that with a 50% nerf to effective damage range down to 20 meters, and your focus will need to be here if you want to use this weapon at further ranges. Originally, the 5.56 variant was much worse, with damage numbers of only 27 and 34. However, this was changed to the values we have now, so this makes the 5.56 weapon much more viable than when it was first initially released. However, the choice is ultimately up to you. If you consider the 7.62 slow firing, high recoil a better pick than the low recoil, speedy firing, handling, but less powerful 5.56 version. No matter what you choose, they both need a little bit of tuning up. On the flip side, you never have to worry about running out of ammo unlike other weapons, as you have HU levels of ammo with 1,500 rounds in reserve, ensuring that you will never run out of ammo in this thing. And if for any reason you do, you probably have hundreds of ammo drops scattered around calling your name, unless you went and wrote a paragraph in bullet holes on the side of someone's Jeep. Pack-a-punching the TAQ Evolvere turns it into the TAQ Evolvere. doubling your ammo, allowing you to reach a maximum of 400 rounds with 5.56 and 200 with 7.62. The overall damage you'll be dishing out is not lacking by any means on both variants, with 5.56 scaling from 30 to 960 depending on rarity and pack level, and 7.62 scaling from 48 to 1536. Your enemies will be able to tell the difference in power right away. We talked a lot about the ammo options available, but not enough about the different magazine options. There are 4 choices, 2 for each caliber. The 7.62 has its default 100 round as well as a 50 round. This is not recommended as your handling buffs are very minute compared to your loss of killing potential, with reloads being more frequent. They are not much faster with empty reloads, speed cola only being 4.2 seconds long and TAQ reloads at 3.1 seconds. 5.56 gets its mags pretty early on with the 100 round box unlocking at level 3 and speed cola reloads coming in at 4.3 on empty and 3.25 on tactical reloads, with the 200 round box mag following suit, losing some of its handling buffs due to the increase in weight. However, reloads are still pretty competitive with 4.4 seconds on empty and 3.34 on TAQ reloads. That's all of the important information on the weapon itself. As for camos, they are pretty standard and easy. Kicking things off with the 250 kill challenge to unlock psychedelic toxins, we follow up with Palisade, get 20 consecutive kills 10 times. The main tip I would suggest is to find any sort of area where you can funnel zombies into one way towards you, or just to throw a decoy after you gathered a big enough horde. Either way isn't too much trouble to get that you wouldn't be able to earn it just by playing the game as you normally do. Next up is 250 kills with fire damage for Mummified Breast. Just equip Napalm Burst and get it done in one game. Lastly, Fluctuation. 10 kills without reloading 10 times. This one needs no explanation. Just don't reload unless you run out of ammo. You got more than enough of it. Now, final thoughts? What do I feel about the weapon? I think it's a great weapon and can hold its own in plenty of situations. I personally like to stick with the 7.62 variant on this front because of its high damage output, making it a stronger weapon against those with higher health pools and armor. Throwing armor-piercing ammo can help mitigate for the slow fire rate this thing has by opting to allow you to do more damage to zombies in back of whatever you're shooting at. Combine that with a great selection of recoil and ADS attachments, and you will carve your way through tier 3 and beyond without too much trouble at all. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. This video had some stipulations to get completed, not because there was anything different or difficult about testing or recording the information, but because Sledgehammer made nerfs and buffs to the same gun like 3 times. Nonetheless, I hope that you enjoyed the video and I appreciate your support. Leave a comment on your thoughts on the TAQ Evolvere or what you would like me to test out next. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos to listen to while you continue your Modern Warfare Zombies journey. You have a beautiful day, and remember, keep your head on a swivel.